But there were times throughout that 5-year journey when, you know, I really struggled mentally, because I was wondering, where am I going to get the money from? You know, it's not enough to sustain the business. Hi entrepreneurs! Thank you for coming to my channel. This is Entrepreneur's Diary and I am Gisela Lyshetti. Good to have you back as always. Again, thank you for watching my videos, and you know, I've been quite amazed at the countries that have been watching us. I mean, we've had all over countries. So here's a challenge for you guys. I want to know where you're watching from. So, you know, put your country in the comments, and I'm so inspired to see not only the UK and US and India and all of those people watching, but you know, we've got people from all over the countries also watching. So thank you for the support. I totally appreciate it, and I hope you're learning something. It'll be good to know. So if you want to comment down one thing that you learned in the last 10 to 12 episodes, you know, that will really encourage me. Obviously, you know, I know you're already DMing me, so but I would love to have you actually share this experience with others in the community through the comments as well. So today's topic is all about time when no money was coming in. But for me, there was a time when we had no money coming in, and of course, you know, running a business, running a startup, or you know, with people involved, you know, there are a lot of people that you know, have expenses like, you know, the running costs, the day-to-day. Some have like building. Luckily, I actually work from home, and so do my staff, and so do my contractors and freelancers. So I don't have that kind of overheads in electric and building costs and all of that and above. But there were times throughout that 5-year journey when, you know, I really struggled mentally, because I was wondering, where am I going to get the money from? You know, it's not enough to sustain the business. It's not enough. And I physically actually did invest in money into it. Obviously now, fast forward, I am happy to say that I'm also full-time in the business, but also I've regained everything that I put in and more, and so much more. There will be an episode on how much the business has blessed me, and why, you know, it's good to stick to your guns. But so a few times when you know, the money isn't coming into your business and you've got expenses to pay. It could be the website expenses, it could be like daily runnings, it could be even like product costs and manufacturing and all of that, or even staff costs and how you're going to pay for that, or even startup costs. Like if you don't have a capital to start off with, how are you going to make it? Like, you know, those kind of you know, real thoughts are actually there. And I've lost sleepless countless nights over these kind of things, and I've been like praying, like, you know, what is going to happen? How am I going to do this? But you know, just like, it always works out. Stick to your guns, guys. Do what you have to do as a minimum. Do your foundations right. I learned this very valuable lesson from one of my very good friends. He always says, make sure your foundations, whatever you do in the beginning and why customers like you, continue doing that. Whether you sometimes, you know, you see whether or not it's you know, you're bringing you in something or not, but as long as you do the basic fundamentals right, you can then start building and scaling from there on forth. But for me, guys, when there was no money coming in, I used to go and just talk to Satya about it. I used to talk to, you know, I used to evaluate my business, you know, and actually see, is there anything or something that I should be doing wrong, or, you know, how can I do this? And then sometimes in desperation, you know, you message everyone going, hey guys, how you doing? You know, do you have any projects? And that only happened to me once throughout my 5-year journey. Other than that, I've been blessed to obviously have a lot of people refer. Do I struggle with it now? Sometimes I do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say like, oh my gosh, I'm a millionaire. I'm not, obviously, but you know, I do sometimes think, you know, have like this calculation in my mind, thinking, you know, this is my expenses, this is my income. Am I gonna break even this year? Am I gonna profit? Am I gonna hit the target of 10k profit or whatever profit I set this year? And if I don't, you know, so when I work towards it, I set mini goal and targets. And this is one of the things that I've learned when it comes to goal settings and you know, sustaining the business. I've learned to create a goal and create budgets towards each department, each kind of project costing, each kind of things that we're doing, and then actually start planning the journey more. One of the things that I've learned is, before, what I used to do is I used to create website for like 150, 200, even though that it actually cost me more to do so. But because I was starting out and I was new, I'm completely devaluing my services. So I really had to take a step back and realize that, hold up a second, if the money's not generating, and the business is not generating money, what could be the reason? Is it one that I do have clients, but I'm not charging them enough for the actual work that I'm doing? Or is it that maybe I need to get more in, maybe it's time for me to scale, maybe it's time for me not to come out of my comfort zone and go and get some other people in, or maybe for me to place a salesperson there who does that on a regular basis, so I can more focus on quality. Or also and in these certain circumstances also, it is important, and I've said this before, guys, it is important that you remember your positives, right? Remember the time, every single time that you pulled through, every single time that why you started this, what your vision is, what your mission is for you to start this business. Because believe you me, in times where it's tough and hard, this is the time when you actually will sort of remember, and it will carry you through. And you never know, you might go to sleep and have a dream, and there your answer is. You might be talking to someone casually, and suddenly they say something that catches you, and you're like, oh wait, this is exactly what I was looking for. And that's happened to me. And always try and, yes, acknowledge your problem first of all. Acknowledge that you have a fear, because you are responsible for a business, for probably people, for your clients, for whatever you're doing. So yes, it is fearful, but the fact that you thought about it and thought to take a step of faith out of it means that you are ready. You have everything what it takes, and you will have the grace to do what you have to do. Obviously, sometimes it is better if you see a consistent sort of downturn, and you're starting to put your assets into it, and you're starting to really struggle, and you're affecting your family and all of that. It is very important to actually reevaluate it as well. Is it the right time to start, or should you have started a bit later? So there's like loads of different questions that opened up, but this was one of the questions that came to me, and also I personally have gone through this multiple times, and I have seen a breakthrough. So I know that stick to your guns, you guys. It's going to be fine. You will think about it sometimes, because depending on your goal, maybe someone wants to have millions, someone wants to just have £10. So it really depends on what your goal is. But at one point in life, in your business journey, you might think, I haven't got enough. How am I going to sustain? What am I going to do? And you know what? These thoughts are completely normal. Don't dwell on them, but just continue and be positive. Okay, you got this, guys. I believe in you. And if there's any way that I can help you, ring me up. But if not, then I'm happy for you to take any advice or encouragement from these channels. Great. I hope you've learned something. Thank you so much. Make sure you like, share and subscribe, and also comment on our YouTube channel as well. Thanks, guys.